These 6 zodiac signs are impossible to fool. There are certain people who have a tremendously functional sixth sense. These are the people who are really impossible to fool because, one way or another, they always end up discovering the truth. Luckily, the zodiac has, as always, valuable information about who they are. Welcome to the top 6 signs you should watch out for and think twice before trying to play a trick on them. Number 6, Gemini. Some might think it's relatively easy to fool a Gemini since we know they are too talkative, meaning they talk too much. They also have a reputation for being in their own world and a bit childish, so it's normal to think it would be easy to deceive them. However, behind what seems like someone who talks too much, Geminis listen more than it seems, and they have the rare ability to remember the things you say and then remind you at the right moment. They are very capable of recognizing a lie when they hear one, and, even if it doesn't always seem like it, they are very intelligent. Number 5, Taurus. Taurus people have a naturally suspicious spirit. In fact, it's one of the signs that finds it hardest to trust. This makes them, when hearing someone else's version of events, get into a very meticulous mode, and they have a very strong sixth sense to smell strange things when they're happening. Another great trait of this sign's natives is that if they're in a project or something similar and suspect something, like the bull, they won't move forward until they're sure of what's going on. They are really hard to surpass. Number 4, Aquarius. If there's anyone truly expert in mind games, it's Aquarians. That's exactly why it becomes really difficult to fool them. Their sign is the most elevated of the air elements, which gives them a fast and strategic mindset. The truth is, when you're trying to trap an Aquarian, they've already thought of that and 10 other possibilities, and have already anticipated how everything would go. They are intelligent and possess a very elevated way of communicating that almost no one can compete with. Before trying to fool an Aquarian, think twice. Number 3, Capricorn. Capricorn is not a sign you can win over with sweet words and polite gifts. They are too skeptical and aren't swayed by appearances. They're not really swayed by anything. They rely purely and completely on facts and always follow their intuition. They do it in a very professional way and deeply analyze every possibility before trusting. When you think you're introducing yourself to a Capricorn for the first time, the truth is they already know your entire file. They are always one or several steps ahead, which makes them unreadable and quite hard to deceive. Number 2, Virgo. As a good earth sign, Virgos have a very high sixth sense, and they're not swayed by appearances either. Their spirit is naturally meticulous, and they analyze everything 1,000 times to make sure things are right. A Virgo is the sign that will watch you out of the corner of their eye while you do things, just to check they're okay, and they need several confirmations before trusting something. They are definitely not easy to fool. Number 1, Scorpio. And finally, this fixed water sign is not only very hard to deceive, but they're also excellent at deceiving others. That must be the trait that makes it so that almost no one can fool a Scorpio. They have the most elevated sixth sense in the zodiac. Their intuition is strong and powerful, and they've learned to blindly trust what it tells them, even if sometimes they seem a little crazy for acting that way. They sense lies from a mile away with details that others wouldn't even notice, like glances or specific words. Honorable mentions. Their spirit isn't as quick as the signs described above, but they still have a high intuition that keeps them from ever falling for tricks or false appearances. Pisces. As a good water sign, they are very intuitive and follow those gut feelings to the end. They might be wrong sometimes, but if a Pisces feels deceived, they're probably right. Leo. Leos are a bit more distracted, but if there's one thing for sure, it's that when they realize someone tried to lie to them, they have a terrible revenge, which is why almost no one dares to mess with a Leo. Cancer. They're so emotional that not only do they talk about their own emotions, but they're also excellent at picking up on others' emotions, making it almost impossible to lie to them. Thank you for watching the video, and let us know your thoughts in comments box below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get all the updates.